Hey guys, it's Tim Husak here. I just wanted to do another reaction video for you. This is Watchmojo's The Top 10 Movie Directors of All Time. I am a fan of Watchmojo. They do plenty of top 10s that I agree with, some that I don't, but for the most part, some that I do. Well, I got the video all pulled up right here. Let's see what they have to say. Wow. 8.5.
These directors are the rightful rulers of the silver screen. Welcome to Watchmojo.com.
Coppola.
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie directors of all time.
My offer is
Yep, that's Coppola right there.
nothing.
For this list, we'll be combining the entries from our classic and modern movie directors videos. So if there's someone missing from this list that you think should have
Woody
made
Allen.
it, be sure to check if they made the cut on our top 10 classic directors and top 10 modern directors lists.
You're a funny guy.
Scorsese.
Good looks on everything.
Number 10,
Ingmar Bergman. Yep. Most of these directors we talked about because I'm in film school.
The greatest film artist since the invention of the camera. This Swedish auteur took to the director's chair for over 60 films.
Yep.
Despite writing and directing films entirely in Swedish, his presence was felt around the world, as he took home a total of 3 Academy Awards in the Best Foreign Language Film category.
Seventh Seal is widely considered as one of the great films of all time, so it's not surprising to see him on here.
Has been hailed by many of the directors on this list as a masterpiece in filmmaking. Number 9.
Woody Allen. Yep, I knew he'd be on here.
With a penchant for starring in his own films,
he's not my choice for best comedic director. That would be Mel Brooks, but he certainly is a great director, though.
What did you expect?
After developing his insecure, timid, yet intellectual character while doing stand-up comedy, Allen began writing and directing films, but didn't find widespread praise until 1977 with Annie Hall, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Director.
Is it the old Groucho Marx joke that I just don't want to belong to any club that would have someone like me for a member?
Since then, Allen has racked up a long list of Academy Award nominations for screenwriting, and an even longer list of actors who want to star in his films.
Well, Hal always used to surprise me with jewelry. Struck big in pieces. I think he used to buy them at auction.
Number 8.
Steven Spielberg. Yep.
After laying the foundation for the modern blockbuster in the 70s and 80s, Spielberg set box office records in the 1990s. He also nabbed critical and commercial acclaim
Schindler's
after
List.
taking a more mature turn with epics like Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. Though he's been bashed for being too sappy, he continues to collect awards in the 21st century and remains one of Hollywood's most recognizable and influential directors. Number 7. Orson Welles.
He is today what he has always been.
Orson Welles is
While he directed
just
some theatrical
directing,
productions in the mid-30s,
Citizen
Orson
Kane.
Welles first came to prominence after he surprised
more than
the world
deserving
with
to put him on
radio
this
broadcast
list.
of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds.
Well, gee, without you, I don't know what I'd
radio
do.
He
broadcast
switched
set
to
him
motion
on.
pictures in 1941
Yeah.
with Citizen Kane, which is largely considered the best film of all time.
I make no campaign promises because until a few weeks ago, I had no hope of being elected.
The mark of his directorial style included the insertion of his personality and vision into every aspect of the film.
What a setup to work with. One brother in jail, 2 others dead. nobody left to carry on the business but a bunch of nephews. Don't do that!
When it came to his work, Wells was truly a Renaissance man. He acted in, wrote, and directed many of his features, while also being involved in theater and radio, all of which proved he was a rare talent.
Nobody can see you up here. You sure? Of course I'm sure.
Number 6. Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
The son of an editor, composer, and songwriter, it's safe to say that Francis Ford Coppola was born with a few creative chromosomes.
So at this moment, you're the only one I can completely trust.
One of only 8 filmmakers to win 2 Palme d'Or awards from the Cannes Film Festival, Coppola is one of the most decorated directors in history.
Yep.
14
Yes, he is.
nominations and 5 Oscar wins, and the Thalberg Memorial Award in honor of his illustrious writing and directing career boost his credentials even further. In charge of heavy hitters such as the Godfather trilogy and Apocalypse Now, you can't refuse Coppola's place on this list.
Nope.
Number 5.
Akira Kurosawa. Definitely. At least the greatest Asian director of all time.
This
Absolutely.
Japanese filmmaker is considered one of the greatest directors of the 20th century.
I watched Seven Samurai the other
Every
night.
detail of
It's
his
a
productions was thoughtfully
complete
considered,
masterpiece.
especially the script, which he believed to be the most important aspect. Akira Kurosawa also had a distinctive cinematic eye, shooting many of his subjects from a distance using a long lens. And this created a more natural feel to his films while emphasizing the beauty of the natural landscape. Kurosawa has gone on to influence and inspire many directors, such as Sergio Leone.
Yeah.
Number 4. Federico Fellini.
Avvocato l'ho preso.
I wonder if they're going to put
The
Billy
English
Wilder
language
here
will
on the
forever
top
be
3.
indebted to this man for his contribution of the word paparazzi from La Dolce Vita.
Sta zitta te. Date una regolata, Marcello.
Of course, that wasn't the only great thing about the 1960 comedy drama. It was also a deep and sophisticated take on the decline of society.
Tutta questa gente, queste grida, mi fanno impressione.
As a director, Federico Fellini understood movies as moving pictures and used the medium to bring many neo-realist and Baroque images to his films. He paired his more abstract images with stunning landscapes and risque plotlines, many revolving around sexual politics and religion.
I got Sheila play. I got break tits. You and the tobacco shop. The girl in the circus. Which one? The nice one that did the belly dance.
So, it's not
Wow.
surprising that Fellini holds the record for the most Oscar wins in the Best Foreign Language Film category.
That's not.
Scusa, sono 30 anni che faccio questo mestiere e ho fatto film che tutti
not a
voi nemmeno
surprise.
immaginate. E non ho mai avuto paura di niente.
Number 3.
Scorsese. All right. Let me guess what number 2 and number 1 are.
Inspired by his Italian background and Roman Catholic upbringing,
Kubrick?
Scorsese crafted some of cinema's greatest
And Hitchcock.
with recurring collaborator Robert De Niro.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Also known for featuring themes of violence and crime, Scorsese found further success in the 90s with Goodfellas.
Yep.
I make you laugh. I'm here to f***ing amuse you.
After pushing his actors to use their dramatic chops in The Aviator, he won his Best Director Oscar
For The Departed. Yep.
The only one who could do what I do is me. I want people have to die for me to be me.
And continues to produce critically acclaimed work today.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Yes, he does.
The show goes on.
Number 2.
Alfred Hitchcock. Number 2?
Even more than a director, Alfred Hitchcock was an auteur, meaning he took complete control over every aspect of his productions, which resulted in his signature style.
There's someone within me, and she says I must die. Somebody don't let me go.
I'm here. I've got you.
So afraid.
He was aptly named the Master of Suspense,
Yep.
since many of his films played with both his characters and the viewer's sense of reality and perception.
He is the best director, in my opinion, in history. I mean, Psycho, North by Northwest, Vertigo, Row,
between the audience and the story,
Strangers on a
which allowed
Train,
for a
The
more
Birds.
authentic
I mean, come on. Hit after hit after hit.
I hope they are watching. They'll see. They'll see and they'll know and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Thanks to his groundbreaking filming methods, his mysterious plots, and 50-plus years in the industry, Hitchcock left a profound impact on cinema and set the stage for everything thereafter.
Yep.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
How is he not number 1? Okay, Tarantino. Polanski. Yep. Jean Reno.
Il était 24 heures
Jean-Luc
17
Godard,
dans
yep.
Ossianique, quand j'arrivais dans les faubourgs d'Alphaville.
Don't you know that?
Coen Brothers. Yep.
And here you are. And it's a beautiful day.
I'm in Hollywood and I haven't even
David
seen
Lynch. Fuck yeah.
it. Come on, Rita, do you feel up to it?
They put
Number 1.
Kubrick at number
Stanley
1?
Kubrick. His skills
Wow.
in the director's chair were so legendary. Some believe he even directed the moon landing.
He is one of the greats of all time, but I wouldn't have put him.
Congenial atmosphere.
Lolita, Dr. Strangelove, 2001: A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, Eyes Wide Shut. Need we say more?
It's a masterpiece,
Not only were
2001.
his films considered some of the best of all time, Kubrick was also known for constantly pushing the envelope when it came to cinematography techniques.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Whether it's using new technologies like a Steadicam or Zeiss lenses, his borderline
Oh, yeah.
obsessive attention to detail, or his impeccably written screenplays, Kubrick is the master of cinema history. Do you agree with our list? Which movie director's illustrious career did we overlook?
Yep.
For more history-making top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Watchmojo.com.
Gotta love Strangelove, man. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I'm a big cinephile, so when it comes to a director, a lot of people think that he's the solo person that makes a film. That's not necessarily quite the truth. there are a lot of other techniques that go into the bowl of creating a film. You've got your first ACs, your second ACs, you got your first ADs, second ADs, you got the cinematographer or the DP, whatever he wants to be called. You got the lighting guys. You got you have the producers. They have a lot of say in what goes on a film. But yeah, it's the director that has the ultimate vision that gets translated onto screen, and he has to hire people that he trusts to bring his vision to life on the screen. So in that aspect, I have a lot of respect for directors. Me wanting to be one myself one day. The thing is, with this list, two names that I would have liked to have seen on this list are Billy Wilder for his influence on crime noir and classic films in general, and John Carpenter, because what he did or does in the indie world today is unparalleled to anybody else out making films today. I'm glad to see Kurosawa on there. I'm happy to see Woody Allen. You know, I would have personally liked to have seen a Mel Brooks in his place, but the difference between him and Mel is he's got that Oscar for Best Director. But yeah, they're both great directors. But if another thing, I would have switched Hitchcock and Kubrick. I'm sorry, I just don't see Kubrick being as more influential than Hitchcock, because a lot of the terms that we have in film school today were created by Alfred Hitchcock. A lot of the camera techniques that we have were created by Hitchcock. But anyways, if you guys like this video, give that like button a click. Subscribe to my channel. Oh, by the way, type in the comments section, whoever, if you guys decide who watches this film, who would you have liked to have seen on that list? Who do you think would have been who do you think would have been great enough to be considered one of the great directors of all time? I know a lot of people would say Christopher Nolan, but the thing is with Christopher Nolan, and he's only been around for 15 years. We have to judge another 15 years of his film work in order to put him on a list of the great directors of all time. But if you guys like this video, give a like button a click, subscribe to my channel. I've got a bunch of other videos on there, and share the video, and bye guys.